set the two Geiger counters going. The first one, B, is on the bottom scale here, bottom timer. The second one, A, it's on the top timer. They're not exactly a minute apart. I'm not too important about that. I just want to give enough time so I can take a photograph and get in position to take a photo for the second one. But it's almost a minute here, as you can see. Yeah, not quite a minute, but that distance part's not important. The important thing is the time to start and time to stop for each one. So what I've done here is I've chosen the edge of the blacktop. Looks like they've laid some newer blacktop over here. So I try to choose slightly older blacktop. And then this lighter area, it's all sand. And the theory is the water will wash off the blacktop because it's waterproof and stuff. So I'll do a measurement to that. And then the sand, like if there was any radioactive fallout or something like for Fukushima or whatever, it would accumulate the most right way in the sand right next to the edge of the blacktop. Just like you see, in dry areas, that's where most grass and stuff grows because that's where most of the rainwater collects. Then I'm going to take two more measurements. One out here in the middle of this little field. Consider that native soil. Now, because the police have told me that I can't take any more measurements on the side of the road, I'm pulled over at a rest stop. So I'm trying to work around them and still get my measurements. This time, my ditch, I'm going to have to, like right over here, there's a drain. There's a drain right over here. I'll move the camera a little bit. There's a drain right down here, you can see. But my gully, I'm going to have to do my gully reading right across the street over here in this ditch. That's where I'll do my gully reading on this specific site. But anyway, I'm just trying to give you an example of how I do my timing and everything, and how I'm trying to be incredibly precise, although the only way to be more precise would be to have these things software driven, where they would start and stop for a set period of time. I think when I get to Seattle, I'd like to suggest that to the manufacturers, that they make it. It does have a logging function, but that's a bit involved. It'd be a lot easier if I could set a start and stop time on them and just let it do a lengthy counts per minute collection stuff. So I have about 5 minutes yet. I don't usually bring out a chair. I usually just go back and sit in the camper and do little things, like update my location on the map. What I've got is I'm putting a star with the GPS coordinates as close as possible to where the meters, the first measurements are taken. And then from there, I'll take the photographs so that, like you'll see me on the film. I'll take a photograph before I pick these up, to where they're located with reference to a landmark that'll likely be here for many years. And then that way, in the future, if someone wants to duplicate these readings, they can. Matter of fact, I've got a little over 4 minutes left. I should go ahead and take some photographs like right now. Okay, you can watch this. Yeah, doing incredible overkill, because I'll tell you, these the counts are really low here, so this information's not real critical. But you know, if the information's accurate, it's got to be accurate. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm trying to make it accurate, at least as accurate as I can feasibly with, you know, limited resources. I just wish a university or something would take this up, you know. But then universities are compromised by their contributors and things. I'm thinking, like the nuke industry wouldn't want this survey to be going on, and you know, because they're, I don't know, let's just say it's a politically charged subject. You've got people on both sides wanting to manipulate the public. You've got people that are frightened of incredibly, you know, small readings, you know, small quantities, and then you've got people that are frightened that anything can be used to try to shut down, you know, nuclear plants altogether. My feeling is humanity cannot progress without nuclear power. But I'll tell you, I think the nuclear weapon is obsolete. We need to shut down the uranium plutonium plants and convert them to thorium. That's the way I feel. So basically, I just want to come up with solutions. So that's what's driving me. I feel like I'm kind of in a neutral position between the political sides and everything, but I do want to know where things stand so we can make decisions. Anyway, because nuclear power, we still need to act responsibly no matter what it is. Okay, now normally I'll turn off the counter right away just to conserve battery, you know, and that way I don't keep running the batteries down too much. But see, these things are still running. Now generally I've been finding that my actual counts per minute number here is slightly higher than the average, you know, the number below divided by 10. And I'm not sure how that works, whether it's rounding in the software or something. But so that's another reason why I go the 10 minutes. You know, you can see one Geiger counter and the other. Today I'm putting on the road. Each day I rotate. I start with you know, like all the A's will be on one day, will be on the road. Then B's will be on the gravel, and then I'll put A again in the ditch, and then B on the native soil. The next day I'll rotate the gauges. You know, that's to try to, if there is any slight differences between the two, that'll try to cancel them out in the numbers and everything. But I've done long-term tests, you know, like let them run for 20 hours side by side and stuff, and the readings are sometimes, most of the time, within 1% of each other, but they generally don't deviate any more than 2 or 3%. And you know, it might be because maybe there's a slightly radioactive grain of dust near one, and there's not near the other or something. But anyway, so the readings, these things are actually counting the counts, and it seems like the manufacturers have eliminated about all the other variables. So anyway, the counts are accurate on these puppies. At least they're accurate with each other, and that's what I really appreciate. So anyway, well, let me put this clock down. Now there's a way of flipping so you can actually see the total runtime the counter's been going. And I wish there was an option that would make it so you can see the total count and the total time together. But when I see the manufacturer, I'll make another suggestion for that. Okay, this right here, if you flip this, you see it goes to the total run time, that it's been collecting counts. And you see the counts per minute. We're in a really low area over here. We're about halfway between Seattle and Spokane. And the counts per minute are incredibly low and everything. And I'll flip it one more time, and it'll take you back to the total counts. So 244 counts in the last 13-14 minutes. That averages out to about 18, 19, maybe 20 counts per minute and stuff. But anyway, that's why I'm taking the photographs at 10 minutes, just so I get the accurate, times 10 count stuff. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and turn these off, start them all over again, position them in the new places, start them all over again. Oh, another thing I want to show you is on my timer. When I start the timer, I start them 7 seconds ahead of time. Okay, for an example, okay, you got timer 1. Let's do seconds here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now when I started, watch this. When I start my count, I'll go just like this. I'll start the timer and I'll hold this down until the first display clears, and then it goes into startup. And you notice that it started beeping the moment the startup came in. Sometimes it's a half a second sooner, sometimes half a second later. But that's why I wish there was a software option for this. But anyway, I'm showing you how I'm starting these things, and then you saw how I concluded at the end of the 10 minute time, or 10 minute 7 second for the 7 second startup cycle on these things. So anyway, that's how we've worked it. Anyway, that's how I've worked it and stuff. And so that's just a detail of what we're dealing with out here in the field. And I'll turn this tape off for brevity, because I do want to post it, and I don't want this file to get too big and everything. Otherwise, I'd show you the second part out there in the field and talk your ears off and everything while I'm doing the last set of these readings. Anyway, okay, catch you later, folks. Bye-bye for now.